Hello and welcome. Welcome to this session where we begin the first of 5 games within the Heroes of Phlan saga. Alternatively, I will reference to it as the Pool of Radiance saga. There are 5 games based around different editions, also known as rule sets, of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. The first is Pool of Radiance, based on 1st edition, which was in the early to mid-1980s. Second game is Hillsfar, which features a different type of gameplay that is based around being more action-oriented rather than RPG and turn-based. Third is Curse of the Azure Bonds, set in 2nd edition, which will be the edition used further on. And it features introduction of the Ranger and Paladin classes for humans, as well as the option for human characters to dual class. Dual classing enables the user to have benefits of their old class once they exceed its level in their new class. Secret of the Silver Blaze is the 4th game and introduces higher level caps, new spell levels, a difficulty selection, and new monsters. And finally, Pools of Darkness introduces epic class gameplay as well as level 9 spells for magic users and clerics. Overall, the series ranges from starting as level 1 in the 1st edition to ending within epic range inside the confines of 2nd edition. That said, allow me to introduce you to our party, composed of characters named after famous player characters from City of Erebor Neverwinter Nights server. In the process of selection, different names were chosen as the characters. Unfortunately, due to minimal information available, other names had to be chosen to provide a better experience. I did, however, retain the list of those who were chosen, so they will not be forgotten. Formerly, the party leader was Nathan Goldman, a member of the Knights of the Merciful Sword. In Erebor, the chapter acted as a source of guidance for all orders friendly to the God of Justice tier. Nathan himself was sworn to Helm and rose to the rank of Senior Knight within the order. As an interesting fact, he was the only Helmite Paladin to reach that rank that was also a player character. Formerly, the party magic user was Ariel Reinhold. Unfortunately, information about her is very scarce. What is known, however, is she was one of the first war wizards in the server history, in the first of the version 3, which is the 3rd version of the setting. Formerly, sorry, a little bit coffee today. The party cleric was formerly Katrina Darkhaven, a cleric of Kellenvor who founded the House of Death, which was a faction based around fighting undead threats and safeguarding the city morgue. And she is also possibly the only female cleric of Kellenvor of any note in the entire history of the server, over 14 years worth. Just a moment, please. Alright, now we have our actual party. Alright, so... Oh, there it is. Our party leader is Kyran Lordaeron, one of the most famous paladins sworn to Torm in server history. Kyran represented what it meant to be a Tormite. He stood for duty, honor, fairness, and never complained in character or out of character about his setbacks. He remained endeared to many players on both the good and evil spectrum. He was played by a well-liked player who unfortunately passed away many years ago. An interesting fact about Kyran is that he died well over 100 times throughout his lifetime, a true testament to the player's tenacity. Our thief is Gerald Woodsmont, a militiaman. He rose to the rank of sergeant and had many dubious methods in enforcing the law. He was known for a voracious appetite, earning the name of Private Porkchop, provoking fights with the local clergy. He died in an assault on a temple of Bane led by the local high priest of Tempest. Interesting fact about him is that he had his hair turn the color of sewer water after an accident involving Hansen. Our ranger is Calder Dax, a member of the Purple Dragon Scouts. Calder rose to the rank of Pathfinder and participated in numerous Purple Dragon operations. Dax was involved in many important missions such as recovering the Paragon Moradin, a dwarf of great importance to the local dwarf kingdom. And an interesting fact about Carter is the original one was a water genasi, whereas here he is only a regular human. Our dwarf is Urin Kegjaw, a barbarian shield dwarf. Urin was afflicted with a strain of lycanthropy that gave him the ability to turn into a werebore. Werebore. Urin participated in many missions in the area, including alongside Cal to rescue the dwarf's paragon. In his pursuit of a cure, he consumed one of the people responsible for it, a hag, and spent the rest of his days hunting the others involved. A fact about him is that his appetite extended to even magical items where he could consume them and absorb powers to a partial degree from them. The party magic user is Lilise Wellington. Lilise rose to the rank of Alafon, which in setting is the highest as opposed to being normally an internal police unit. While combating major threats such as the Grey Circle, a merchant cartel, the Shadowvar, and demonic invasions, cultivated many relationships and had staunch allies within the Harpers, as well as people among the underworld. Go figure that one out. As for an interesting fact, despite her position, she had a negative constitution modifier and had an extremely low hit point total, yet she died very few times. Talk about a paradox. And finally, our party cleric is Deirdre O'Connell, a cleric fighter of Lathander. She was a member of the Knights of Red Heart, a successor order to that of the Merciful Sword. She obtained a nobility in the rank of Dame and gained access to the inner circle of Red Heart leadership. After the dissolution of the Knights, she then took a position within the bodyguards of the local mage guild, rising to become the overall commander until her retirement. An interesting fact about her is that she learned of a deep secret within the Red Heart, but nobody knows what it was. And finally, we have the mutators. This playthrough will incorporate special mutators to a normal game session. It will incorporate the following: New Game Plus Limited, where I have full gear of an in-game save, but start at level 1. I will still be vulnerable to mages and clerics early on, and the game will balance out towards the middle and end game. In later games, I will have to increase the difficulty in order to further balance it out, just to keep it reasonably difficult. If it's not enough, then we'll go to the maximum level, which will make it balanced. We will also be ignoring limbo by using methods to bypass that stupid thing. It's something later on all the way in Pools of Darkness, so don't worry about that. And you'll also notice that code screens will come up where the game asks me for something from a copy protect. That's basically what it is, copy protection. However, this is the good old games versions, which come automatically cracked with it, as is default with GOG's setup. They do not do DRM, and this is basically old school DRM. That being said, we will look at character customization and discuss it, and we have already set up the characters and we are ready to go otherwise. So let's start this up.